Okay, so bunch of stuff done to the adventure game. Looks like there's a new level of classes. Looks like there's new equipment I can make. Oh, cool. It'll never go past 15 minutes. That's good to know. Alright. Well, I guess we just go in and take a look. I'm also very close to the final ultimate challenge. Well, I mean, there's 10 more to do later, but the one that'll unlock the next thingamajigger. You know, the next doodad over here, might speed. Yeah, I'm very close to unlocking it. Let's go take a look at our stuff. Smithing now unlocked. What's this? Paper? That's not what I expected to use the wood for. Oh. What is all this? Magic book. But where is this smithing? Where is this smithing of which you speak? I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Oh, well, it's... Oh, okay. Well, now it's unlocked. Okay, fine. Fair enough. Heat. Okay, there's another use for wood. Okay, you use wood and metal to make... You can't just set the wood on fire. You have to make the fire, then store it in a box, and then pull it out when you want to use it, huh? Oh, here we go. So, here's the thing. This is all well and good, but... Alright, the strongest attack power I saw, you'd think it'd be the kukri, but it's actually the spear. Alright, 16 attack. It's negligible, it doesn't matter. But what's the point? What's the point of the pointy weapon? So, I'm gonna ignore crafting weapons for the moment. I'll craft materials for now to continue leveling up the craft skill. Alright, now what we need to see... Alright, let's see! Look at this. XP per hour. Okay. Stony Dungeon. Old Ruins. So, I see some of the numbers were messed with, and we should be seeing some uncommon herbs in easier to obtain areas. Alright, so at the riverside, I get 7,700-ish. What about the small cave? Well, unfortunately, I'll have to leave it running for a while to find out. So it's going to take a while for it to balance out. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. The drop rates are still going to be in favor of being in the older area, but... This is nice. Okay. Next question. I need... Dagger Mastery. What? Nobody wants to be an Axe Master? I don't see Spear Mastery either. So... The Scythe gets Steel. One of its common drops only, though, I note. Should have gone with adventurer, turns out. Wand mastery, craft boosting. Is there really no spear mastery? Odd. Imbues your weapon with light attribute. Well, that would matter if I was fighting in a place where I needed paladin powers. Defense break. Sword rush. So basically, triple slash. Alright. So getting into warrior would immediately give me a 20% damage boost if I crafted a sword, so I'd do that. Because of course I would. I'm actually pretty close to being able to become a warrior. Or would it be wiser to switch to adventurer? The attack power boost is good. Speed boost, that's fine too. But mostly I'm eyeing that attack power boost coupled with sword mastery. But I do want more drops. Okay, anyway, regardless, it's going to be a little bit. So we are at 7,700. I wouldn't say that this has exactly reached its equilibrium just yet, but it's close. So I don't know. I'll call this 25% more XP by hanging out in the small cave. Yeah, about that much, right? Yeah, about 25% more. But the drop rates are significantly slower than beating a whole bunch of enemies quick. We are still getting slimes over here, which no longer happen here. So I wouldn't be able to make as many potions or cloth if I stuck to the small cave. I should probably test the hilltop. We'll call this... It's a little we'll call it 9,500-ish. Sure. Alright, how do we do with the hilltop? We know we'd end up drinking a lot more potions, and the drop rate would be even lower. Now, the drop rate, in and of itself, the drops aren't that important. The only reason the drop rate matters to me is because that's going to affect my crafting level. And I have a feeling that's going to be very important eventually. Not important now, but will be important later, I figure. So... I think we can say that this is a bust. Hilltop is not good for anything. Hilltop ain't good. Yeah, it's like, do you want an extra 25% XP, or do you want significantly higher crafting XP? And there's 3 different kinds of crafting skills that are all impacted by the higher drop rate. But I kinda... Anyways, good thing I didn't hang out on the hilltop all this time. Stony Dungeon has a Tengu. This one, yeah, just single type of monster. Single monster areas. They're not dropping too much of interest. I mean, look at the difference. Like, bag of sand, 50. Bag of sand, 55. Oh, joy. Beach plank, 40. Oh, well, the plank is... Okay, here it goes. 45! It's like... yeah, the drop rates really strongly favor the lower level areas, but... Alright, fine. I think it's worth pushing levels right now, just so I can get the class change. The class change is going to be enough of a damage boost that I think it's what I should go for. That's funny, I could have sworn I had put all my clones on space, but... Oh, whatever. Oh, man. I'm sure it's not a big deal. That's a big deal! Ah, I was supposed to set that. Hold on a second. I'll tell you to... Wait, no, go back. 9. Do 9. Yeah, 9's good. Anyway. I definitely want to stop doing Ultimate challenges. I've wanted to for quite some time. Part of me wants to just get them all done with, but, man, they're a pain. They're a pain! They are. If I put them off for long enough, I'll eventually have more things boosting me when I come back to them. I kind of feel like I should focus on light clones, you know? Or maybe focus on GP, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is these Ultimate challenges have been agonizing. So tedious. I spent longer than I should have on this Ultimate challenge, but oh well. So, also, very close to hitting the new class, and we'll see how things look once I've achieved that in adventure mode. Alright, there we go. As for... Whoops. No, I want 6. No, not there. Here. This is 0. Okay, put this here, put that there. Might as well put that there. Okay, so... That means... I do need to think about that, but later. Okay, we've unlocked it. I don't know how good the stats multiplier will prove to be. The creation count turned out to be a nice 30% boost that I could always increase further, but for now, let's go with might speed. Oh wait, before we do that... Yeah. I'm not ready to increase my shadow clones or creation count at this moment, so I'm going to leave the rest of them unclaimed. Yeah, okay. So, might training speed. Can I just push enter, please? You make me click back and forth. Alright, so it goes up by 30 a shot. That's fine. I think a 25% boost is probably good, don't you? It's a nice little bonus. It's a nice little bonus that'll have effects on my progression. Should I go to 30? I could go to 30. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth going further than this. It's getting spendy. See, it'll... These are good. These are good because, you know, because they're good. and it'll build up 25% more over time up here. And some of the challenges and ultimate challenge challenges could be okay, look, it's not that exciting of a boost. The creation count was more exciting for me than the might speed boost. But hey, it's still good. It's still a 25% boost to a stat. I'm not going for these right now. I feel sort of like I should just run some regular overflow challenges for a bit. I feel kind of like that's what I should do. I'm not yet ready to do the day challenges again. I just did them. Having the better creation count and might speed could certainly impact some of them. But I'm just not ready for that again. This is basically the only challenge left. Just this one. How's hard mode looking? Anything new over here? No. You could make hard mode of the day challenges. That would be cool. I wonder if it would be worth me going back and doing more hard modes. I could always just force these through, but they're slow and painful. I'm really leaning towards just doing overflow challenges for a while. That's just what I'm leaning towards. I do like these. These are nice. I don't know. Probably a little of this, a little of that, a little of whatever. It's all good. Whatever I do, we'll be progressing. We shall be progressing. What I'd really like to do, I think, what I'd really like to do is buy more light clones. I have 386 resets available still. I'd kind of like to do those. I'd kind of like to get more GP. I could try to streamline things to get more GP. The other thing that would help with the day challenges is over here. Why are these with my pets? Oh, well, whatever. They're in the pet village. These are assisting me in ways that would help with the day challenges as well. It's certainly worth thinking about. Because I've got so many lucky draws. I've used some of them on dumb stuff, like, oh no, I didn't quite get enough total growth. Okay, there we go, got the challenge done. I did that a few times. Yeah. The question is, what do I want to use the overflow points for? A good question. Crystal power is really good, you know? It really is. Space dim is good. Always. I think I'm gonna... But I could get more GP. I think I'm gonna go for space dim. I think I'm gonna push it up to 60%. It's expensive, like ridiculously expensive. But, you know, it's expensive because of how good it is. Alright, there we go. That'll help with everything. Power Surge is good. Man, they're all... I want everything. I want everything! These will add up over time. These will constantly be at play. Every single time I rebirth, this number will matter. As long as I don't do really stupidly short rebirths. Obviously, that would be dumb. Then these wouldn't come into play. I'm okay with 125. I'm okay with that. I have been thinking about doing the gem cap thing, but... we could push gem gain. I kind of want to boost creation count further. Yeah, I'll just, what the hell? I mean, I do have a dwarf who wants to eat them, but I'm kind of finding it hard to muster up the care. I just don't care about the dwarf. It'll never be as good as the elf, and the elf isn't even... I don't think the elf is even top... She might be top 3, maybe. She might be in my top 3 of crafters. But she's definitely not my best or my second best. And whether or not she qualifies as 3rd place, I don't think she does. I don't think she even makes 3rd place. Oh, she's wearing the Master Gloves right now, that's why. Anyway, yeah, and the dwarf is going to always be inferior, and it's like, I don't even care about giving him gems. I just don't. Alright, this is getting close, though. Taking a really long time, but we're almost there. Look at how big you are. 1.3. Nice. Very nice. I wonder if I took him out of the dojo and let him fight shadow clones, how strong would he be? Alright. Anyway, that's pretty much where things are at for the moment. I suppose I should go over here and, okay. Yeah. It's close. It's close. Okay. I doubt I'll use defense boost ever. Okay, maybe someday when more things are added to the game, but the way the game currently is structured, I can't think of a use for it. But the next class should be good, and I'll have to forge myself a sword, because we'll get a 20% damage boost if we're using a sword with Knight. Also, my inventory is all junked up with stuff I need to process. Eventually. Problems for later. Alright then. Drunk. So currently, when we adventure, this is a 10,500. That's what we've grown to. Now, 281. Sorry, of course. Can't class change in the middle of a fight. Give me my attack boost. Okay, attack. Okay. Now, we need to find out how fast we're going. Oh, actually, we're getting close to one-shotting now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm forgetting something, aren't I? Sword Mastery. I need to unlock another slot in 2 levels. Okay, we need to level up 2 more times. Then we'll rate everything when I've got a sword to use and Sword Mastery. Oh, okay, that's going to take more hits. So we were at 10,500, but now that our attack is 271, this should be higher now, right? Unless I'm ending up taking the same number of hits to defeat enemies. It's possible, depending on how the numbers land, that the enemies are taking the exact same numbers of hits. Another 20% damage boost would probably help with that. It doesn't seem like it's changed that much. Like, I'm having trouble telling the difference. So, maybe it'll be better when I have a sword, though. After I beat these two, we're going to go back to the meadows for a minute. Alright. Or Riverside, sorry. Riverside. Bonk. Yeah. Bonk. Oh, still not one-shotting! Well, I bet I one-shot this. Yeah, that's what I thought. If I can't one-shot the imps consistently... I don't know if there's even a point in checking the next location. We'll call this 8,000. We'll call it 25% less XP. We could wait longer and get a more accurate reading, but we'll just go with that. But significantly higher amount of dropped items. Alright, let's try the hilltop, but this isn't going to go well. Well, that's going on. There. I should probably make a sword and a belt and the other items. Yeah, I think we know this is going to not be any good. Alright. I need... thing, so I don't want to use a short bow because I'm going to have sword mastery. Let's make ourselves a belt. Oh, right, metal. Okay, yeah. And smithing has its own level. Great. Because of course, it's completely different from crafting. Alright, we'll just burn some pine planks. We'll capture the heat. Then we'll shove the heat into the scrap metal to make it into bars. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna need... Let's count out how what we need. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna need 350, 550... that's nothing. Okay, 570... 670... Alright. I'm gonna go overboard and make extra heat. I could make 10,000. Well, I'll probably get by with just 1,000. That's way more than I need. But I might decide to forge multiple belts until I get a decent one. And yes, here we go. Okay, add a couple more things. The stats from these are so low. They're so trash. All this gear does next to nothing. But empty slots in a video game always bother me. So I'm just gonna make a full set. Hey, wait a minute. The belt isn't... There isn't a belt slot. That's an accessory. That's an accessory. Huh. Okay. I guess skip the belt entirely and just make a couple of rings? The numbers end up being 6 either way, so you might as well lean towards what little attack it'll give you. I guess we occasionally punch the enemy, and the metal ring makes them hurt more. Alright. These are going to take 10 times as long to craft. So these are going to be a little bit... Yeah. Alright, I need 75 metal. Wait, also this. Okay, 95 metal bars. Then I'm also going to need a bunch more heat. It's fine, though. Alright. Oh, this is taking unfortunately longer than I'd like, but I think it's worth doing. Once I gain 2 more levels, I put the sword on, and that's a 20% attack boost. I can put the sword mastery on now, because I know I'm going to equip the sword. Then it won't use my MP to attack anymore. When I unlock this, I'll unlock the attack boost. This is probably the best. I wonder... I'd even see weak attack. I wonder if it'd be better just not to use my MP at all. If the weak attacks are worse than just doing regular attacks with sword mastery. Lots of things that will need testing. But yeah, not using weak attacks anymore should be nice. Unfortunately, this is going to take 15 minutes. I'm going to have to go to work. And I won't have... Yeah, I'll just craft the sword for now. I'll craft the rest of the crap later. Let's just get the sword. Yeah, let's do that. Bloop. There we go. How many idle games are hidden within this idle game at this point? Alright, what else we got going on? So, right now, the birthday cake, without ever going into the growth campaigns, has managed to reach 244 and climbing. It'll be a little bit before it hits our current minimum. Alright. I'm just gonna start the next one. You fools! There is no escape. You have been chosen, and you will be repeatedly brainwashed into thinking you're in love forever, because this is just what Cupid does. Cupid is a monster. Forcing love potions down everybody's throats. No, he doesn't even use your throats. He straight up injects it with his arrows. The horror. His mind-altering attacks. There's no escape. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ba-doop. Grab one more. Okay. There. As I'm gathering the overflow challenge points, I wonder, what am I gonna do with them? And I have no answer. That's not good. As for this lot, get in there. That's probably fine-ish. And I'll grab those. There we go. This will look a lot better soon. I mean, a lot more. Okay, anyway. Back at what we was doing. Still not enough metal. Why is the sword made out of 35 ingots? Do you know how heavy that would be? This would be unwieldy. Oh well, this person is superhumanly strong by a wild amount. I'm sure it's fine. 35 ingots. How big is this thing? We're not supposed to ask these questions, are we? Could have had all of the ingots melt down into some kind of super material. And then use that to forge the sword. That could be what's happening, right? Am I putting more thought into this than the author did? Alright, anyway. Yeah, I think the sword is the only thing we actually need for the 20% damage boost. If I add that, both of these, I think I come up to a 16, assuming that they're average. 16 extra damage. So, you know, it's not even 10%. But the 20% boost here, so, you know, it's something. It'll give me an edge? Rushing's looking pretty good these days. But I need more. Always more. Alright. When I get the pets out of the campaign, this will jump. Let me see. What all is on the overflow list again? Black holes, universes, black hole upgrades, and having universes and black hole upgrades was always annoying. Pet multiplier, might levels, space stim levels, RTI levels, and the UBV4s. Working on those. Working on those. Could probably do more might levels. We could. We totally could. What do we want? Another 10% space stim? I mean, it's always good to pick. I like crystal power. I might actually just go with that. That might be where I go for. Or I could take more black hole upgrades. I don't know. Whatever I get, it'll be good. It might not. I might not make the best picks, but I'll always make. Yeah, and whatever I pick, it'll be improve something. All right. The knife didn't count as a sword class weapon? I don't think I'm allowed to scrap the knife. Alright. Every attack is a full attack and not a weak attack now. That's what the sword is doing for me. Consistency! Sort of consistent. More consistent than we were. I'm actually not sure if it's a good idea to put the attack boost back on, because I use so many weak attacks. I'll have to test it later. But I feel like this is a major improvement. I feel like this is a major improvement. So, more is a bit better. If I decide against using Sword Mastery, I have no, Attack Boost, I have no idea what I'll go with. Oh, this could be part of the reason why. I was level 35 as a Squire, so that was probably giving me a big attack boost that the class change took away. So that'll build up as well. And remind me what the warrior gains? Let's see. Aura Blade! Up, it uses MP. So, probably not a good idea unless I have a way to regen. MP cost. It hits 3 times, but it costs MP. And even this costs my MP. But I have to ask, what's the point? What's the point of having HP regen? What's the point of things like defense boost? You get less drops and less XP by going to higher level areas. And the low level areas, they don't need those. Something's going to have to change about the game for many of these abilities to become relevant. I do think Thief would be good, though. I do think Thief would be good right here. This actually hits and does damage. Yeah, you just take steel and nothing else. It would require quite a bit of leveling. Oh, you could have the drops boost too. The drops boost got improved. It's now 30%, but even with that, I don't know, it's just steel might be better. It doesn't tell me what the percent chance of stealing is. But yeah, you just do that. Maybe brew some mana potions. And then you just run around grabbing endlessly. Grab it all! That might be good. I'll stick to knocking enemies over faster for now. And then you have this. And I just don't trust this class at all. They don't have any way to restore their MP that I can see. That's a problem. They're going to have to drink potions constantly. And they use a lot of MP. They seem like they do good damage. And some of the enemies seem like they have low magic defense. There are areas where these guys might excel and areas where they won't. The stone circle would be very bad. The old ruins would be very, very bad. So you'd end up with Stony Dungeon and Hilltop being good places as a mage. Thoughts. I have been saving up a lot of common mana herbs and sand. At this point, I could probably make the wizard work for a long time, and it would end up with a higher DPS than the warrior. Yeah, their magic defenses are low. So if I wanted to make the jump to the next couple of areas, switching to a mage is not necessarily a bad idea, but it would be a pain to level up. But once you've leveled it up, it will be hitting pretty hard. Plus, you can hit in different elements, which I don't think matters yet. I don't know. I might brew a shit ton of magic potions and try being a mage for a while. I'll wait until this is leveled up and I've unlocked this. I can't test how good a mage would be until I've actually gotten to being a good mage. And that's going to take a while. The adventurer actually has multiple skills. What I really wish I could do is mix and match skills. The adventurer has prepare. And that seems good. And then steal. And that seems good. However, at this moment, those would end up leaving me with no attacks. So, probably at level 55, I can think about being an adventurer, thief. The mage, though, I could probably go for sooner. And I might give it a try. I might really give it a try. You can see that the potions aren't being used hardly at all. I'll last forever on potions as a warrior. So I'm basically spending no resources while I'm doing this. So I might as well level up and collect more goods. More. Bonk them all. We'll have to see what it looks like when I can level up equipment. It might completely change my perspective on everything. If equipment made a major difference, if equipment was powerful, and I was spending a lot of my time crafting, I'd think a lot more about how I was approaching the dungeons. Right now, we're just, hit hard, smash everything! And that pretty much works. That pretty much is the only stat that matters, is how quickly you kill the enemies right now. But add in some bosses, add in some variety, make the equipment matter, and suddenly I'll have whole new dimensions to think about. Let's call this... Yeah, it's going to average out at almost 13,000, I think. Not bad. I really do need to test that attack boost. And we're leveling very quickly and gaining a higher and higher percentage boost to our attack right here. And speed, and hit, but the damage... Alright then.